Chris Wallace anchors Fox News Sunday, and he joins us now. Chris, good morning. Good to see you this morning.
Morning, Martha.
I know you're going to talk to Paul Manafort this weekend, so obviously you're going to have a lot of these questions for him, too. But it's fascinating to watch this because, you know, the other two guys were there, John Kasich and Ted Cruz. Trump stayed out on the campaign trail. He did a town hall yesterday morning, but his folks were down there lobbying hard to try to convince them that he's going to play ball. How do you think this is going?
Well, not only play ball, but one of the things that Manafort was quoted as saying in that meeting, it was a closed-door meeting, but there's no such thing as a closed-door meeting now. Somebody recorded it and gave the audio tape to Associated Press. He said, look, he's been playing a part out on the campaign trail, but that's not really who Donald Trump is. And we've been hearing this for a long time, that Trump is going to turn and become more presidential, stop the personal attacks, start some of the flamboyant language that he uses against other people in the party, including against the party itself. And he's been getting advice for months on that. And the question is, will Donald Trump listen? Paul Manafort, I've known since the Reagan White House. He's a very smart guy. But Corey Lewandowski, who was the campaign manager before that, I know was giving the same advice to Trump, and Trump wouldn't listen. Will he listen to Paul Manafort? That's really the key to all of this. Can it make a difference? Absolutely. And does Trump have to do it? I think, you know, he can stay to his basic positions, whether it's on immigration or trade or a lot of the other issues, but he does, it seems to me and to a lot of other people, need to act, you know, the phrase, more presidential, because at this point a lot of people, according to polls, more than 50% of Americans say that they'd be scared if he were president. That's not a good thing.
Yeah, it goes to the whole temperament issue, but we got mixed messages yesterday because, you know, we saw what we just played, and then last night in Harrisburg, here's Donald Trump.
The system is rigged. The voting is rigged. The whole deal is crooked, 100%, almost as crooked Hillary. It's a crooked deal.
He seems to be liberated when he gets out there in front of the crowd and, you know, sort of go back to the it's all crooked stuff. And that's not the song they were singing down in Florida, Chris.
Yeah, I got to laugh at this because on Tuesday, when he had his victory speech at Trump Tower after a really terrific victory in New York, he said Senator Cruz, and everybody, all the pundits were examining this and saying, "Oh, so you said Senator Cruz? Right. That's such a huge difference. He's more presidential." Doesn't seem like it would be such a novel thing to say, does it? Right, and the next day he's out in the trail in Indiana and he's talking about lying Ted.
I know.
So you know that's the real question. Can Trump? He's heard the evidence. One, does he believe it? Does he believe the advice that you ought to tone it down and act more presidential? And two, if he does believe it, can he stick to it? And that's a very open question.
It was like from the night before, he had a bunch of lying Teds that were pent up, that he couldn't get out on that. And so he had to let them all out at once yesterday.